So now what we're going to go over is how we're going to paint our color wheel umbrella. We're going to first go and paint the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. Because like we've talked about, those come straight from our paints and we don't actually have to mix anything. Second, we're going to make our secondary colors, orange, violet, and green, because for those ones we're going to mix two primary colors together. We're going to work on painting neatly and nicely and trying to stay as close as we can to inside of the lines we drew. So you should have your paints, and we should have gone over how you use them correctly. They're already wet and we're only using the primary colors. You probably have white and black in your set, maybe another color. You're only using the primary colors today. I want everyone to start with yellow. The reason we're going to start with yellow is because when we're painting, some of the other colors are stronger and it might make our yellow look kind of messy and dirty. So we're starting with yellow. When you want to get your paintbrush all yellow, you spin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yellow is not as strong, so we're going to do 5 spins. You can see that on my paintbrush. It's all yellow at the end, not all the way up here, just at the end. And that means that I'm ready to paint. When we get to our paper, you're going to start with the outline. So I outline close to the edge of the pencil all the way around. Take your time. And if I feel like my yellow is getting too light, it's almost white and hard to see, I can always come back and spin some more. I think it looks good for now, so I'm happy with this. I went a little outside of the line, so I know I need to calm my body down and take a little more time, go a little slower. Now after you've outlined your shape, you come back and swirl again. Yellow gets 5 swirls, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to paint the inside. You have to concentrate on your work. You shouldn't be talking to friends. And you're going to just go inside of those. Up and down, up and down. I'm holding this like a pencil, so it'd be like if I were making zigzag lines. I go in one direction. If we scribble and go all the way around, it might hurt Mr. Brush, but it also is going to look too messy, so we want to go just one direction up and down. Now that I've done all of my yellow, I rinse out my brush. Here's my cup of water and here's my brush. It can touch the bottom of your cup and then you spin again, just like you did before. You can see that I'm not hurting the brush. I'm not squishing it and hurting the bristles. When I pull it out, it's dripping. It has too much water on it, so you need to wipe it on the side. That's where I set the top of the bristles on there and I pull away. And if you can see, that water drips right off. Anytime you think you have too much water, do this step. Dip it and wipe off the edge. We don't want too much water, otherwise it's drippy. Remember our cities, we don't want it dripping. Now that we've done yellow, I want you to come and spin on red. Instead of 5 spins, we're only going to do 3 for red and 3 for blue, okay? So let's watch and count with me. 1, 2, 3. Look how much red is already on that brush. It's ready to go. 3 spins. Just like before, I outline first. So I come over here and I'm going to nice and smoothly take my time. And then stop. Be careful of your corners and do smaller moves. Use a little bit less of the brush. And then I go across. And I stop. Pick it up. Bring it over here. And slowly I come down. If I think that this is too light and it needs to be more red, that means that I'm running out of the paint, so I could come and do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Then I, just like before, go up and down like I'm making a zigzag line, holding my paintbrush like my pencil. Up and down, up and down. And fill it in. If you think it's not bright enough, give it 1, 2, 3 spins and come back over and see how it gets brighter when I do that. I'm careful not to go outside of the lines and I'm just spreading in that darker color. Maybe even this corner a little bit brighter. Now I'm done. When we finish the yellow, I went and rinsed in the cup. I'm going to do the same thing after red. Here's my cup. Put the brush in till it touches the bottom just gently, and I spin, 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 spin. Yes, your water is going to change colors. We know that, but we're not playing in the water. Our water should not get too dark. Now I wipe on the side. I wipe on the side. Give it 2 wipes when you're done. Our last color we're going to use, our last primary, is blue. So now I come back to the blue, and I'm going to spin 3 times. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. The end of my paintbrush is really blue, and it's ready to go. As you did before, we do it over and over again. We're going to outline first. Start in a corner. Carefully, slowly, one long, stretching move. I pick it up. Fill in the corner a little bit. I'm going to turn my hand a little bit because it's hard to see. And one long move all the way down. I'm going to come over here and go across. If you think you missed a spot, feel free to go back in, fill it in. But there we go, I've outlined. After I outline, I spin 3 times and fill in the middle. So here's my paint. I go 1, 2, 3. And I go up and down. And fill in the rest of this triangle. Taking my time, I'm careful with my edges. When I'm done, I can set it in my cup and wait to do the secondary colors. Right now it looks like a beach ball. Once everyone in your group is ready, we'll go ahead and we'll start the next step because we want to check in and make sure that we have these right. Your yellow should not touch any of the other primary colors. Your red should not touch a primary color. Blue doesn't touch a primary color. That's why we wrote these letters, so make sure you're following and looking for the right letter. Now we're going to do secondary colors. I want us to start with orange, then we'll do green and violet. So, to start with orange, here's what we do. I need to rinse out my brush. 1, 2, 3, a couple spins, and then I wipe it off 2 times. Yellow is lighter, so we're going to start with yellow. How many spins do we use for yellow? 5. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to just give the orange, the O, 1 layer of yellow because yellow and red make orange. So here I am. I'm careful because we don't want to get our hands all messy. And I'm going to paint the edges first. Outline first. Then we're going to mix it up. Be careful and try and stay inside the lines. Accidents will happen, but please try your best. This yellow is lighter than this one, and that's okay. That's totally fine. If you think you need more, go back and spin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can add more yellow if you think it needs to be brighter. Nice. Now, you don't need to rinse this time, and we're going to go straight to the red. How many spins? Only 3. 1, 2, 3. The reason we're doing that is if we use more, this orange is going to